Hi there, my name is Owen and I'm an artist from North London. I thought I'd make this short video to explain my game development journey from no experience at all to learning many different skills over the past few years to achieve my goal of making my very first indie game. When I was a kid, the first games I ever played were The Sims, SimCity and Lego Island. All games about creativity and doing what you want. I was around 10 years old when I wanted to really make games for myself, but back in the early 2000s, video game making software wasn't as open and available, and back when I was so young, I really don't think I would understand how to code. When I was in secondary school, I would become obsessed with Little Big Planet on my PS3. I could make my own levels and my own games for the first time using all the creative tools. I would just spend hours just putting down all my ideas, and I absolutely loved it, just creating for the first time through gaming. I dropped out of school at the end of 2011 to focus on being an artist, trying to fulfill my dreams and just making myself happier. I spent the next few years learning how to draw and refine my skills, really push myself into new places I have never been before, trying to overcome my fears, my obstacles. I even found love. A game I love is Portal 2, and you can create your own maps inside the in-game editor. I would spend hours making my own levels, using all the inbuilt tools, having a really good time. After a while, I needed something a bit more advanced to fulfill my ideas. So in 2021, I decided to start learning how to use Hammer Editor. The Hammer Editor is Valve's very own tool to create levels and maps for their own games. It's a very old piece of software and takes a lot of patience, but in the end you can create some quite cool things with it. I had an idea to create a map set inside of a computer with 4 different rooms to solve different puzzles. I created my own textures and put it all together within the Hammer Editor. But there was a problem when I wanted to add my own unique element, and I had no idea how to code, and trying to look it up online it became very confusing since the editor was a very old piece of software. So I decided to make the leap over to the Unity game engine. Using a game template, I was able to put together a first-person shooter game using the built-in tutorials, and I think it came out quite well. I decided to start quite small since this was a whole new engine, and I think a whole 3D game would be too complex at first. I looked up videos on YouTube about how to use the visual scripting language within Unity since I still didn't know how to code. I put together a small demo about a small purple block moving around the map, trying to make different elements work, and I think this also came out quite good for my first attempt. About 2 months later, my game project was looking a lot better, new graphics and gameplay elements, but I was having a lot of issues with the Unity engine. A lot of things weren't working, I was experiencing a lot of bugs and crashes, and I was about to pull my hair out. I was so mad, I just gave up. I have learned a lot in my first few months of trying to make this game project, but I was just sick of the Unity engine. I had seen a smaller engine online called Godot, It looked quite interesting, perfect for smaller indie games. The only issue was, to learn how to use this engine I would also need to learn how to code. But by following along with YouTube videos, I soon got the hang of coding, and I managed to recreate my game in the new engine. It is now 2023 and my project has come quite far. I've added lots of animations and boss fights, but going back and seeing how far I've learnt with my coding and how far I've come in the year, I thought it would probably be easier to start fresh, taking everything I've learnt so far and making an even better game. I got quite far with this version of the game. I learnt a lot about animations and sound effects and music, but for some reason I couldn't find the motivation to keep going. I wasn't very happy with how this one was turning out in the end. I wanted to try new ideas, make new games. I even made a small train set building game. It's now 2024. I have started to learn how to make 3D models, and I've even started to learn how to make a 3D game. When I was little, because of my autism, I was obsessed with bouncy castles. I decided to put it into a game about a medieval kingdom. I made characters and animations and characters and NPCs. Probably my biggest game project yet. But it all went downhill when there was this massive bug with the characters and the lighting, and oh, I just pulled my hair out again. I got mad and I just gave up again. Game development can be very frustrating and hard, but very rewarding too. You just have to keep a cool head, just relax. I decided to restart my first project again. This time, taking everything I've learnt from the past couple of years with animations and music, coding, and just take my time. Don't rush it, no deadlines, just enjoy it. And now I've come so much further. I'm so close to being finished now. I hope to finish this game before I turn 30 in a few weeks. But thanks for watching, and I hope I can make a second video going over the final game project. Hope you all enjoyed. Make games, be creative. See ya!